Hello, my name is Felicity from Getting Down Dog, and today we will begin in a comfortable seat. So maybe crisscross applesauce, maybe legs extended, whatever feels good for you. And you can place your hands on your thighs, either face down or palms face up, whatever works for you. Begin to close your eyes. Bring your belly button in towards your spine, just enough so that you can lengthen your spine. Sit bones grounded down onto the mat. Crown of head reaches up towards the ceiling. Then notice if you're holding any tension, maybe in your eyebrows or your shoulders. Allow that to go. And just take one huge inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Big sigh, let it all out. Begin to quiet your minds and just go inwards for a few moments. Find a deep rhythmic breath here. So maybe inhale through your nose, fill your belly all the way up. And then exhale slowly, slowly, let it go. Just take a few rounds in your own pattern. When you're ready, on your next inhale, you can either keep your eyes closed or slowly flutter them open. And place your hands on your thighs, palms face down. As you begin to circle your neck in one direction, just a small circle here. Take it slow, fill it out. Stay with your breath and come into the opposite direction. A few rounds here. And on your next inhale, come back to neutral neck. Bring your belly button in towards your spine. Lengthen here. Place your right hand behind your sit bones, left hand on your outer right thigh, and exhale, twist your torso towards the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, maybe twist a little bit more. And stay with your breath, deep inhales and exhales. Look wherever is comfortable for you, maybe towards the back, the front, or keep your neck neutral. On your inhale, release, come back to center, lengthen once more, belly button in towards your spine. Left hand behind you, right hand on your thigh, and exhale, twist your torso. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, maybe twist a little bit deeper. See what feels most comfortable for your neck here. Stay with your breath. On your next inhale, release back to center. Extend your legs, come onto the long side of your mat. Knees still big here. Flex your feet, yogic feet here. Hands to your side, fingertips onto the mat. Lengthen, crown of head reaches towards the ceiling. And exhale, hinge from your hips. Fold over. Try to imagine bringing your stomach towards your thighs. Inhale, lengthen, and see if you can take it further. Maybe extend, maybe fold a little bit further down, or maybe stay where you're at. It doesn't matter. Whatever feels good to you, whatever your body needs. And you can place your hands wherever they're comfortable. Maybe release your shoulders away from your ears. Stay with your breath here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, maybe fold a bit deeper. And see if you're holding any tension in your neck. You may want to release your head a little bit further down. When you're ready, on your inhale, slowly lift yourself back up. Bring your knees in towards your chest. And then come onto one side of your hips, legs to the back, knees underneath hips, wrists underneath shoulders. We're just going to notice different parts of our body may be engaged. Do some locks here. So notice to your palms and place all four corners of your palms firmly into the mat. Spread your fingers wide and then grip your fingertips firmly into the mat, almost as if you're trying to claw the mat. With this, notice your arms. Externally rotate your arms so that the creases of your elbows face forward and your elbows face back. And then press your palms firmly into the mat and round your upper back. Spread your shoulder blades away from each other. And engage your core. Bring your belly button in towards your spine and cinch the sides of your stomach. Remember this as you bring your toes into the mat and lift your knees about an inch or two away from the mat. And stay with your breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift your hips back and up. And maybe reposition your feet a little bit further back if you need to. Bend your knees as much as you'd like here. If you like, you can try extend or keep them bent. What's important here is to really have a long back here. So press your palms firmly into the mat and lift your hips even higher. Relax your neck. And draw your shoulders away from your ears. From this, you can begin to bend one knee out and extend the other. Maybe sway your hips from side to side. You can even shake your head yes, shake your head no if that feels good for you. When you're ready, come into stillness. Look forward in between your hands and begin to tippy-toe all the way to meet your hands. So bend your knees, lower your hips as much as you need to do so. On your inhale, come up to a half lift. So either place your hands on your thighs, your shins, or the top of the mat. You can keep your knees bent, at least keep them soft here. Just really imagine a long back here. So bring your sit bones towards the back. Crown of head reaches forward. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. And engage your core. Bring your belly button in towards your spine. Stay with your breath. On your exhale, release, fold down. And maybe widen your stance here. You can bend your knees as much as you like. Maybe clasp your elbows with your hands and sway from side to side. Release any tension in your neck and your shoulders. And again, you can sway your head Shake your head if that's what you'd like. And if you're not in a stillness, come back to stillness. Release your arms. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Bend your knees deeply, lower your hips, and lift from your chest into stand. Arms up high. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Engage your core. Tuck your tailbone in. Exhale, dive forward. Hinge from your hips. Inhale, lift up halfway. Bend your knees, lower your hips enough to do so that your hands meet the mat. Firmly press all four corners into the mat and step your right foot back long behind you. Lower your right knee and come up to your fingertips. Shift your right hip forward and shift your left hip back. Draw your knees in towards the middle. Inhale and exhale. Bring your belly button in towards your spine. And on your inhale, lift your torso up. Place your hands onto your left thigh. Shift your torso away from your top thigh. And then lengthen your spine. Maybe lower your hips even further. Inhale and exhale. Place your palms back onto the mat. Lift your right knee and step your left foot back to meet. Lower your knees onto the mat. Shift your weight forward. Externally rotate your arms and bend your elbows in towards your rib cage. Lower yourself down in one long line. Untuck your toes. Shoulders away from your ears and shift your chest forward and up. Elbows still bent. Bring them in towards your rib cage. And see if you're lifting your chin really high. Maybe bring it back down. Inhale. And exhale. Lower your chest back onto the mat. Tuck your toes. Lift yourself up into all fours. And then hips up and back. Legs extend to a comfortable level for you. Press your palms into the mat and lift your hips even higher. Deep inhale and exhale, side out, let it go. Inhale, look forward in between your hands. And exhale, either baby step to the top or begin to hop to meet your hands. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, dive forward. Lower your hips and lift from your chest into stand. Arms up high, draw your shoulders away. Engage your core, tuck your tailbone in. Hinge from your hips, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Bend your knees, lower your hips so much so that you can place your palms firmly into the mat. Step your left foot long back behind you, and then lower your left knee. Come up to your fingertips. Shift your right hip back, left hip forward, and then draw your knees in towards your center line. Stay with your breath. On your inhale, engage your core, lift your torso up. Place your hands on your thigh, and then shift your torso away from your top thigh. Lengthen your spine, and maybe lower your hips. Inhale, and exhale, lower your hands back onto the mat. Lift your left knee, step your right foot back behind you. Lower your knees back down. Shift your weight forward. Bend your elbows, lower yourself down in one long line. Untuck your toes. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Shift your chest forward and up. Elbows still bent, or maybe extend them. Pelvis still onto the mat. Again, check to see if your chin is a little bit lifted too high. And then wherever you are, exhale, lower your chest back down onto the mat. Tuck your toes, engage your core, and lift yourself up into all fours. And then hips back and up. Maybe reposition your feet if you need to. Press your palms into the mat and lift your hips even higher. Inhale deeply, exhale, let it go. Inhale, look forward to the top of the mat. Either baby step or hop to meet your hands. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees. Place so much so that you can place your palms onto the mat. Begin to heel toe to widen your stance here. Feet maybe even slipping out away from the mat. And then begin to lower your hips so much so that you can place your hands behind you and gently lower your sit bones onto the mat. Place your feet in front of you about hip width apart. And place your hands firmly into the mat behind your sit bones, fingers pointed towards your sit bones. Inhale, pillow your chest up, draw your shoulders away, shoulder blades in towards each other. And exhale, release your shoulder blades away from each other. Draw your chin in towards your chest and begin to round your vertebrae, lowering vertebrae by vertebrae onto the mat until your forearms meet the mat. And then begin to extend your arms as you reach your whole body down onto the mat, knees still bent. Inhale, pull your feet away from the mat and bring your knees in towards your chest. Maybe hug your shins here. Sorry, there's a loud dog outside. So if you see any editing, it's because I had to stop because I was afraid you guys wouldn't be able to hear me. From this, you can even rock from side to side, or you can stay in stillness. You can even circle your knees in one direction and then in the opposite direction. And if you're not in stillness, just come back to stillness. Draw your knees in towards your chest and then bring your arms out to opposite sides. So either long out or either in cactus. Engage your core and shift your knees to the right of your body. Maintain contact with your left shoulder blade and the mat. So that may mean you need to lift your knees a little bit higher. If you happen to have a pillow nearby, you can always place a pillow underneath your knees or even in between your knees if you prefer. Stay with your breath. Inhale and exhale. On your inhale, engage your core. Lift your knees back in towards your chest. And then exhale, opposite side. Draw your knees to the left. And again, maintain contact with your shoulder blade and the mat. Stay with your breath and look wherever's comfortable for you. Maybe look to your right, to your left, or in the center. Inhale, engage your core and draw your knees in towards your chest. And then place both feet onto the mat. Then open your knees out on opposite sides, soles of feet meets. From here, you have different options with your arms. You can keep them beside you, place them on top of your thighs, your hands on top of your thighs. You can even reach your arms above your head, or you can even place your hands on the tops of your thighs and begin to gently pull away from your body using your hands. This just gives a slight decompression in your spine if that feels good for you. Stay with your breath wherever you are. One of my favorite moves here. Feels so good. When you're ready, release your arms out to your side if they are not already. Bring your knees back in towards each other. And then release one leg out and then the other. Maybe give a wide stance here. Arms out wide, palms face up. And begin to quiet your mind, close your eyes, and release any tension in your body for Shavasana. You may notice any tension building up, just let it go. Maybe between your eyebrows, maybe your jaw, your tongue, your neck and shoulders, maybe your wrists and your fingers. Maybe you're holding tension in your hips, your knees, your ankles or your toes. Just let it all go. Allow yourself to sink down into your mat. Just stay quiet for a few more moments. Slowly begin to come back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. If it feels good to you, you can reach your arms above and stretch in opposite directions. And then come back to neutral. Draw your knees back in towards your chest. And come onto your favorite side in a fetal position. Bottom arm underneath your head. Top arm rests in front of you. take your time as you gently press yourself up into a comfortable seat. And place your hands in front of you in prayer. Bow down to yourself. And thank yourself so much. Thank yourself for practicing today and taking care of yourself. Namaste. Thank you guys so much. Again, my name is Felicity from Getting Down Dog. If you like this, please hit that like button and please subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. It will be in the description below. Thank you guys.